Peace, family. It's your girl, the Oracle G, and this is your spiritual activation message. If you've been feeling the shift, the pull, the pressure, you are not alone. This transmission is here to anchor your remembrance. So let's rise together. Now, this activation message, this is not just a moment, it's a call. You are being activated, not just to know your power, but to walk in it. To stop shrinking around people who never saw your light clearly to begin with. To stop waiting for signs that already live inside of you. You were encoded with divine memory and it's being awakened. That anxiety you are feeling, that's your soul trying to stretch. That's discomfort. That's your past trying to cling. But your future is magnetic, expansive, inevitable. This is your permission to rise. Now close your eyes. Feel it in your body. Breathe deeply. Say out loud, I remember who I am. I reclaim what I carry. I rise in truth. This isn't about perfection. It's about permission to lead, to let go, to live beyond survival. You are not behind. You are just now arriving. So look, I have an assignment for you guys. All right. So it's going to be, I guess you would say, a journaling assignment, a soul assignment. Okay. So ask yourself, what part of me have I been hiding to make others comfortable? And then affirm, my truth is not too much. It's my magic. Okay? So write or comment, if you want, what you came up with. So let's just anchor this message with a quick oracle card. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to pull from the Lightworkers Oracle. I feel like that is fitting, of course, since this is your spiritual activation message. And bear with me because, it got a nice little message in the book, and I want to make sure you get all of that, okay? So, thank you. Help me to feel like your spiritual service. So, you're being called into spiritual service. 21 is on the card. 2 + 1 = 3. Yeah. Some of you may be saying, I'm not ready. I'm not sure what that looks like. I don't know, right? But it's saying, look, and it's so funny that I said that. It's saying here that self-doubt can be a habit that is hard to break. It can slow down your spiritual progress and the fulfillment of your life purpose. But ultimately, it won't stop you. But it can make your progress seem more challenging. It's easier to fulfill your purpose when you acknowledge your own goodness and talent and do what you love to the best of your ability. Release that you are enough. Realize that you are enough, that your work is good, and that you don't have something of value that... what am I talking about? Okay, so realize that your work is good and that you have something of value to offer. It is time to let go of fear of failure, concerns about your ability, and your right to live a happy and fulfilled life of success. The universe believes in you. So you are being called to service beyond that which you have accomplished thus far. That is because you are ready, capable, and willing to step up to another level of spiritual responsibility and freedom. Your mind, however, may question your ability. You may be afraid that you cannot perform well enough, that you are not skilled or experienced enough, that you are not as good as others, or that you do not have enough value to offer. These are nothing more than wounded beliefs about yourself worth. It is time to recognize this wounding and not empower these beliefs as truth anymore. Be kind to your mind. It will be happier without such beliefs. You can free yourself from the pain they cause and become more realistic about your gifts and your potential. Now, it is time for you to trust love more than your wounds. As you release these old beliefs, you create more space within you to receive impressions of how you can most joyfully serve the greater good. No longer hampered by undermining and draining beliefs and self-doubt. You will have more energy to act on your intuition and guidance. If at any time you find yourself blocked by fear or performance anxiety, it can be helpful to release these blocks by simply asking yourself, how could you best serve the greater good at this time? The answer to the question will never be shrink back in fear. It will always be to choose belief over doubt. It will be to move ahead, to take the opportunity offered to you as a vote of confidence from the universe. This realization will bring you peace of mind so you can resume your progress and share what you have with the world. If you have been working hard, taking the opportunities that have come to you, and still feeling as though you are not quite where you wish to be in terms of fulfilling your life purpose and divine destiny, you are now asked to acknowledge all that you have attained so far. Acknowledge all the people you have assisted in your own special way, all the positive influences of love that you have added to the collective human soul through your willingness to take your spiritual journey, open your heart, and care about life on this earth. Your spiritual service has been noticed by the spiritual world, and you will be empowered to serve in increasingly beautiful ways. Your service is already successful and will only increase in potency, power, and peace. Okay, so yeah, that's your spiritual activation. You are being called to service. I got the call too, right? I didn't understand what that would look like for me. I've heard it all my life that I should be in some type of spiritual leadership position, but as I've learned and discovered some things about myself, about religion, things like that, it's kind of shifted. Okay, so I'm not really. I was like, I don't want to be behind the pulpit. I don't want to be a preacher. I don't want to do that, whatever, right? Because my belief systems are a little different. But I did always envision, you understand, me having some type of community that would put me pretty much in that leadership position. And now I've truly accepted, because I had to, I pulled some cards on myself, y'all. I had to ask, what does that look like for me? Blah, 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 right? And hey, guess what? I'm down, because I'm at the point in my life where, yeah, look, if this is what I'm being called to do, I'm going to do it, because I ain't going to say ain't nothing else working, but that ain't the reason. But I got to do what's more fulfilling. I'm ready to get out of survival mode, okay? And that's what I've been living in survival mode and fear. And so I'm realizing that, some of the things that we're being asked to do is not to harm us, but to help us. Okay, so the universe definitely wants to bless you. The divine wants to bless you in so many ways. And if you step into your spiritual service, of course, it's going to be even more abundant. Okay, so that Ten of Pentacles, which is your legacy, your family, your destiny, your love, your wealth, the abundance, things like that. That's what falls under that. Okay, that's what we have been striving for. All right. And in the invocation, it says, okay, so I'm going to read it slow. And then you can repeat it if you want. It says, universe, I love you. How can I serve you? I accept love's protection and love's purpose in my heart, in my life. Love empowers and protects me, gives me purpose and passion, peace and play. I believe in love. I am love. And I believe in me. May the joy of helping others give me energy and courage to continue to serve and grow spiritually. May all beings receive your love and be healed through your grace. May all those who want to serve be empowered through mercy, compassion, joy, and love, to do so for the greatest good. Through my own free will, so be it. Peace.